Hey, Shalom, Shalom. It's the brother Abai Buff in the DC Church, coming at you, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Shemel Shai, Shem Kakadash. Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, by Shem meaning in the name, or call many spirit, Kodash meaning holy. These are the names and the powers that I come to you in order to profess the 100% truth, and Lord's will seal the elect's faith. Shem Kabag, Gawela Rakaz, the number 8, meaning double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS in these times, whom the Heavenly Father had enlisted the 100% truth to. And Shalom, wa Barakum, Labrakan, Sha'ala, peace and blessings be upon the elected the nation of Israel. And to the men out there that's pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, to you I say Shalom, wa Barakum, peace and blessings be upon you. Now, without further ado, this video is going to be kind of like a realignment of your mind, your spirit, and just kind of giving a general understanding of everything that we've practically given up for this truth and for Yahweh Shemel Shai. Now, I kind of had a conversation with an individual that, who's on the outside of the truth, for lack of better terms, and basically, the question was asking me, why don't you just like have go somewhere, be sovereign, and have a family out there, and just wait till the Lord comes out there. And what does the Bible say about that? Why are you against that? And simply put, I broke it down in the terms of saying, like, we have examples in the scriptures, and the scriptures also say, the things that are written aforetime are written for our learning. So I look at examples like Jonah, and I look at examples like Noah, where these were individuals who didn't have a choice but to fulfill the will of the Lord. All right. And they were also called and chosen to basically fulfill that specific aspect of the truth. Okay, because that aspect of the truth needed to be covered in order for us to have a greater understanding of what position we play in this lifetime. Okay, which is the end. So, with all that being said, I basically told them that I know for a fact that I don't have a choice but to do the things that I'm doing. Just like Paul said, necessity is laid upon me. So I understand what my goal and my purpose, the purpose of my life, is not situated off of the things that I personally want at this standing point in time. Just like how it wasn't when Yahweh Shai HaMashiach was on the scene and he sacrificed himself. His whole life was dedicated to him growing up, being 33 years old and dying on that cross for the nation of Israel. Okay? And going through that crucifixion. And there's so many more words that I could use to describe the depth of how important that sacrifice was. But we are commissioned to do the same exact thing. All right. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1, which I'm gonna actually grab that really quickly prior to going into this Hebrews. All right. 1 second. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1, it says, "For as much then as Hamashiach have suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that have suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin." Okay? So the Heavenly Father is giving us an out. The Heavenly Father is allowing us to understand that if we arm ourselves with the same mind, the same spirit, and the same path in which Yahweh Shai HaMashiach have paid for us, that is the way for us to obtain and receive salvation. Okay? And there's no other way around it. But the thing is, a lot of people are not capable of taking or dealing with comes with the territory of being in that position. It's hard. And I made a statement before, but with this body, we got a lot of rules and regulations, a lot of do's and don'ts, a lot of things that we can and can't do. And a lot of everything that we're doing involves a lot of sacrifice, a lot of denying yourself, a lot of mortifying, a lot of killing off the old man and choosing the things that are spiritual. And it's not easy, because we're in a world full of carnality. And with that being the precedence or being the present state and environment that we're in, it makes it that much more difficult for us to sacrifice. But that's what makes it so much more valuable in the eyes of the Lord, that we are making these sacrifices in order for us to be made perfect. All right? Because this matters. And I was basically asked a question where, that same individual was like, what if God doesn't come in the next 5 years? Like, then what? Because, I said, what I basically said was, I hope the Heavenly Father comes very soon. And that's what I'm banking on. My whole life is dedicated to banking on Yahushua HaMashiach cracking the skies and me getting out of here. Lord's will. And receiving salvation. And to an individual who doesn't have vision, or who's not able to see the things that we see, and not in the position that I'm in to have seen the prophecies fulfill themselves, and seeing how the world is essentially lining up with everything that's prophesied in the New and Old Testament, that is indicative of us being in the end times. They don't necessarily see the value in waiting for Yahushua HaMashiach to return. What they want is, they want to establish a kingdom of heaven here and a kingdom of heaven in the kingdom of heaven. And it just doesn't work that way. If Yahushua had to utilize his life, his vessel, as a perfect man to be sacrificed in order for him to be made perfect, what the fuck do we have to do? What standard is set for us? We have no cloak for our maliciousness anymore. Therefore, we have a standard that we have to meet. And within meeting that standard, it liberates us. It frees us. Okay? And you also receive pension and reward for the things that you've sacrificed. But that's the thing. Somebody who's an outsider, who's not doing the footwork, would never understand that. All right? But I said all this to make the statement that all of everything that we're sacrificing and the life that we're living according to these stringent regulations of what we can and can't do, giving up personal things that we would like to do, not living a life that is suited to what we personally desire this flesh to accomplish or acquire. The Heavenly Father sees that. He sees the intent. He sees the effort. And although you're not getting paid today, we're still going to get paid because the Heavenly Father said so. And that's why I want to go back to, I want to segue back to Hebrews, table of content, Hebrews chapter 6, okay? One second. Hebrews chapter 6, verse 10, it says, "For the Heavenly Father is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have shewed toward his name." Give me 1 second. 1 second. Lock in. Okay. It says, "For the Heavenly Father is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love." Okay, because everything that we're doing is built off the foundation of love. And what is love? Love is the keeping of the law. All right, it's obedience. And that's another thing too. People don't understand the fundamental aspects of love. Love is built off of a foundation that has laws and regulations. How do you prove that you love an individual? You abide by the things in which they said that they value. Okay? Now, the Heavenly Father is telling us what we need to do in order to give him the best sacrifice that we can with the flesh that he's leased unto us. All right? Who are we to go against the will of the Heavenly Father? Who are we to go against the regulations in which the Lord has set with the body that he's given us? That's like somebody telling you asking to borrow somebody's car, and they tell you specifically don't go over 50 miles per hour, and you out there going 100. They tell you, please don't eat in my car, please don't drink in my car, and you out there getting crumbs and shit all on the seat. It's just showing that you don't have a level of appreciation that you should have toward this person being generous and allowing you to obtain, a gift. Because with this flesh is an opportunity to prove our fidelity to Yahweh Shema Shai. And that opportunity should not go wasted. You know, you should understand that, look, I'm going to do my very best to prove my fidelity to the Lord and to prove to him how much I actually really love him. Okay? And the way to prove that is to do it through work. All right? It's your works. If you love the Heavenly Father, you are going to speak about him. If you love the regulations in which the Heavenly Father has set, if you love righteousness, you're going to complain. Because the scriptures say the souls of the just complain continually in 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 8. All right? Hebrews chapter 6, verse 10, it says, for the Heavenly Father is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which we have shewn toward his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. Okay? So that is the love. Is being a minister. And what comes with being a minister? It's regulating the flock. Being mindful of the flock of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right? Tending to the flock of Yahweh Shema Shai. And making sure that you're putting your flesh in a position and your spirit in a position, the best position possible, in order to be a resemblance of Yahweh Shema Shai. Now that comes with a lot of restrictions. All right. But, and the thing is, it's only restrictions because we're in a fucking evil ass world. If this world was situated on righteousness, it would not be difficult for us to follow the regulations in which we're supposed to follow. But the only reason why it's difficult is because we have the most wickedest creature that was ever created in power. All right. So the Lord's standards are not upheld at a high rate. But you got to understand, for where you fall short, there's propitiation. All right? And also with propitiation, to accompany all of the other things, the Heavenly Father is patient with us. There's no man in this world that's as long-suffering as Yahweh Shema Shai. All right? As our power. There's no vessel, no God, all right? No deity that will deal with us in our ignorance. All right? And allow us to be propitiated. But, you know, not to stray too far away from the topic, the main point is that when I was speaking to this individual, you know, I basically said, you know, I'm willing to give up any and every last thing in order to obtain a position in the kingdom of heaven, even if I'm the lowest Israelite in the kingdom of heaven. I don't care what I have to give up. I want to receive that. That is all I care for. And a man who only cares for salvation is going to do everything to obtain salvation. Okay? Now, with that being said, you know, that's obviously something that others are not able to understand or even apply within their everyday life. But we have a standard that's set for us that we have to meet, and that, you know, you shouldn't necessarily have a problem meeting, because the thing is, everywhere where we fall short, the Heavenly Father allows us to atone for. Okay, so you're really in the best deal possible. The Heavenly Father said, "Don't worry about sin. Do your best to follow after me, and everything that you do in righteousness, I will never forget." Even though you're in wicked flesh and flesh that is subject to vanity. Like, come on, bro. Our deal is crazy. Really, the Lord is getting the short end of the stick, because we're not even following after what we signed up to follow after 100%, you know? But that's how much the Heavenly Father truly loves us. Okay? And you got to believe that the Lord is going to reward you for everything that you sacrifice in his flesh. And when you keep that in the front of your mind, it keeps you away from this position of being disgruntled with the Lord, or being upset with the Lord and how he's working and how he's doing things. Who the hell are we to question the Lord on why he has it set up the way that he does? You know? The Lord don't have to beautify us with salvation. He's doing it off the strength of how much he loves us. You know? Yeah. And it says, and we desire that every one of you do shew the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. That's what our hope is in. And I knew I was going to see 144. The Wadi Halba Shemal Shai. After I read that precept, I seen 144. And that's what our hope is in. Our hope is in the end of this place. We want to get the hell out of here. And that's why I said, I don't care about having a sovereign family and having multiple wives and practicing polygyny in fucking America with the woman who's had multiple husbands prior to me. Come on, bro. That's not the epitome of the kingdom of heaven for me. It's not something, and neither is it something that I value. All right? What I value is being in a brand new body that hasn't been tainted, that hasn't been flawed, that hasn't ate a GMO, that's constrained by righteousness. Okay? That's what I care about. And I care about being able to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemal Shai and loving the Lord to the full extent of my human body by way of being in a new flesh. Okay? But the only way to receive that is to give up everything in this life in order to obtain that blessing. Okay? And you know, the Heavenly Father may allow you to obtain certain things, but at the end of the day, we're here to sacrifice, just like Yahweh Shah HaMashiach was. Okay? So keep that in the front of your mind and just understand that that's the standard that's set. And despite what people think, well, you know, you don't have to be that harsh in your beliefs. Well, bitch, you ain't living the same life that I'm living. You ain't doing the same things I'm doing. I'm on the field. I got the ball in my hand. All right? I'm living it. So I know it comes with the territory and what are the regulations and what are the requirements for myself. Okay? These people don't understand this because they're not doing what we're doing. Nor were they made to do what we're doing. Because truly, they're not like us. They're nothing like us. And they could never be like us. Because they're of the world. And they value, that's why the world hears them. Okay? But we are of the Heavenly Father. We are of God. We are of righteousness. And that's why those who truly love the Lord, they're going to hear this and it's going to resonate with them. Okay? So with that, you know, I give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemal Shabbat Shemal Kakadash. Okay? You know, Shay Kabaga wala Rakaza Koyuna Ba'aith wa Shalom Shalom wa Barakim Labakan Shayasha Allah. Okay, peace and blessings be upon the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, and to the men out there that's pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, to you I say Shalom wa Barakim Atham. You know, I truly pray, brothers, you know, gathered the essence of this video and understood, you know, the ramifications behind why I'm saying what I'm saying, because it's a true sacrifice. Okay? It's a true sacrifice that we're giving up in order to obtain the position that we're looking to acquire. All right? So with that, you know, I say Shalom, Salaki, Akim. Shalom, Akim.